Hey guys, we're live. You're listening to Profound Radio. I'm Shannon.
I'm Silven.
I'm Kaleb. And our special guest, Alice. Yeah, there we go.
Hi.
Hello.
How is you?
How is me?
Yes, how is
you good?
I'm doing pretty good. I am hanging out and it's summer and it's 55 degrees.
Oh,
global
jeez.
warming! No, global warming.
Which is so strange because here up in the Northwest, it's actually like 85 degrees. And I'm like, no, this is not why we moved here.
It's been a weird spring.
Just so you know, guys, this thing is going to be rife with technical difficulties because I am hosting today. Because Mapal isn't here.
You're doing fine. Oh, speaking of which, if that video she sent is done, by the time this is done, we're going to reel it at the very end.
Okay. Could you
because Mapal has a video message for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
But if hopefully Shannon manages to download it or whatever you're doing, yeah, we're gonna show it.
And if not, we're just going to give a very brief explanation as to what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay, we have some news. Shannon, would you like to tell the viewers what our special news is?
Oh, which news are we talking about?
You know which news.
Oh, my news?
Yeah, your news.
As you guys know, recently on June 2nd, I went to do an audition for this really awesome acting college in New York City, and I found out just a few days ago that my audition went really well, and I got accepted.
Yay!
Congratulations!
We're so proud of you.
That's awesome.
So in a year, I'm going to be moving out of Tennessee and into New York City.
Mm-hmm.
So that is my awesome news. It's been a very good week for me.
And just so the canon shippers know, this is very good because eventually he'll be moving to Los Angeles, which is only 17 hours away from where I live.
Yeah, you see how it goes is I'll spend 2 years in New York City and then I'll do my last 2 years in LA. So
Sweet.
I'll only be 17 hours away from Kaleb, and I'll only be 17 hours away from Washington.
Yeah.
Yay! Okay, that was to lull the mood down, because now we're going to talk about horrible things going on in some of the actors' lives. So get ready!
Yay! We're going to the bad news!
Oh no.
Well, as some of you might have known, some of our actors' families are going through some tough medical issues. Like Gabriel Tigerman needs help raising money for his wife, who just had an emergency C-section to get their new daughter out, named Alice. Ooh. But some complications happened, and we're going to be posting links after the show on the Tumblr to the donation website. If you don't have enough money, that's okay, but go ahead and post it, blog it, spread the shit around. And you've also Julie McNiven, aka Anna. Her brother was recently diagnosed with terminal cancer, and she needs help too. So
seriously, guys, we're not asking you to go and dump all your money out here. We know some of you can't afford it. But just helping spread the word throughout Tumblr and just everywhere you possibly can will really help.
Yeah, it'll really help. And of course, if you are able to, please donate, because again, I think we're such a great fandom, and we can do so many great and positive things, and this is really a good occasion to do that.
Yeah, I think it's a really good opportunity for us as a fandom to really pull together. Because we have before, but I think that we can really we win polls, we do that kind of thing, but I think we can also really get attention brought to these issues.
Yeah, I mean, we do a lot of stuff to help Misha and to help Jared and to help Jensen, and it'd be really awesome to show the other actors, the ones who aren't on the show that we're still fans of, that we want to help them. Yeah.
Okay, and another news is that season 9 of production starts Monday, and filming starts July 11th.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
This is so exciting! Oh my god!
Oh my god! When the pictures start to come in,
oh yes,
we're going to all die.
Imagine when we get to the episode that Misha's gonna direct. Oh my god!
Oh dear god!
Oh my god!
Okay.
Okay, and we're gonna talk about this with Franzi, who's coming on after Alice. And have you seen the Osric Licorice Challenge yet, Alice?
Oh my god!
No, I haven't. I saw something about it this morning, but I didn't have time to actually pull it up and see what it is.
Oh my god, it's hilarious.
It's
basically
like the cinnamon challenge.
No, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know.
Ooh,
It's
okay.
Can
I explain it? Can I explain it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I watched it. Oh, I watched it because Kaleb sent it to me because Kaleb got really excited about it. So what happened was the blog mostly10 at tumblr.com sent Octoswan and Osric and their roommate Eric sent them a giant box of Swedish black licorice. And apparently the Swedish black licorice is the worst thing on the planet. Basically, they have all these challenges that they have to complete, and I think there's up to like 10 levels, isn't there? 10 levels?
Oh, wow.
I think it was like 15.
Oh, yeah, 15 levels, and then it's like a video game, basically. A video game where the bosses are evil assortments of black licorice.
What?
And another thing
as we get done.
And another thing that's amazing is that level 7 was spelt with an I. 7, Kevin, Sam, get it?
Nice.
The Swedish fan who sent them purposefully spelled 7 with an I.
If you want to watch it, we'll be posting the link on our Tumblr account when it's done. But seriously, guys, it's fun to watch. It's absolutely hilarious. You all need to watch it.
Okay. Now we're going to talk about our guest today, Alice.
No, she's not from Wonderland.
No, she's not the same. She's cooler.
But she is white.
Okay, we're going to ask some supernatural experience questions. It's something that we started with all the guests. So, we're going to go to the first one. The very first question we ask everybody. When did you first start watching Supernatural?
Several years ago. It wasn't right at the beginning, because the first couple of seasons were out on DVD at the time, and that's how I ended up starting watching them, was I didn't have a TV, and people were telling me, oh, you have to watch this show, it's amazing. So I got the first season on DVD, and I watched the pilot, and I watched Wendigo, and I was absolutely hooked from those two, especially Wendigo. And after I had watched them, I was like, okay, I will go to bed now. But then I just lay awake because I couldn't stop thinking about it. And getting more and more excited. I'm like, I want to watch more. I want to watch more. So I ended up marathoning all there was at the time.
Same.
Just absolutely getting involved in it. And I think I knew right from those first couple of episodes that this was a show that was totally going to change my life and take over my life. So I started watching that, and then part of season 5 and season 6 and part of all of 7 and most of 8, I was able to watch live. Oh. So that was cool.
I think you're the first person we've talked to that's like bought the DVDs.
I have all the DVDs.
I do too, don't worry.
Oh my god, I can't wait for the bloopers.
Oh my god.
I'm so excited about that.
I really
Do we know when they're going to release them?
No, they haven't announced it yet.
Isn't the blooper reel going to come out on the DVD, which comes out like September?
I think so.
Yeah, but they usually release the blooper reel, I know, before it's been leaked onto YouTube and such, before the DVD is released, I think.
Yeah. Let's hope for that.
I've bought all of them, and I'm currently saving up money to get the anime version of it.
Oh, the anime version! I have that too. I got it for Christmas a few years ago.
Ah, lucky.
What's it like? Because I've never seen any.
It's basically It's
interesting.
I heard it was like the first season, wasn't it? It's basically the first season.
Yeah, it's the first 2 seasons.
Oh, the first.
It's the first 2 seasons, and it's different, but they've got like some of the episodes are the same, but some of them are a little bit different. There was stuff we haven't seen. They had one where they went back to Sam's life, when he was at Sanford. So there was one episode that was about Sam and Jessica.
Yeah, I think I saw an interview with either Jared or Jensen. I think it was Jensen. He said the cool thing about the anime is that they could be a little gorier than they can in real life.
Yeah.
Which makes sense, because I've seen some pretty gory anime myself.
Everyone says the abridged version is better.
Yeah.
Oh no, there's an abridged. Okay. What attracts you the most about Supernatural? What really got you hooked? Alice?
Alice?
Oh no!
Mythology and what first really... Can you
Alice? Yeah, we can hear you now.
You guys.
Okay.
I'm here. Can you hear me? Okay.
I can hear you.
Yeah, I must have gone out for a minute there.
Okay.
What first really sort of got me really hooked was it was just a combination of a lot of different things that I liked.
Mm-hmm.
You had the mythology, and you had a really interesting storyline where it started out, we're just trying to find what's happened to Dad, what killed Mom, but then it's like you start pulling the threads and you realize there's something way bigger going on than you ever imagined at the beginning. And just piecing that puzzle together was really interesting. And what really did it for me, too, was the characters were so well fleshed out, and you could relate to them, and it was like a perfect storm of everything that I really liked. It was sort of like dysfunctional family road trip with cool storyline and really amazing characters.
Honestly, when I watched...
So I think that was what attracted me to Supernatural in the first place.
Honestly, when I first watched the show, I was really surprised that the characters were as fleshed out and as real as they were. Because when I watched it, I sort of expected it to be really generic in the beginning, sort of like Buffy the Vampire Slayer was.
Same here.
I've expected it to be this generic Monster Week thing, and it was. And the Monster Week thing was generic, but you really did get to see Sam and Dean, and they were more than just these two vehicles. You could see that they were actual real characters, I really like that about the show too.
Yeah, and I can't tell you how many shows I've started watching and just can't get into because I can't connect with the characters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I never had that problem with Supernatural.
Mm-hmm. I knew a friend in real life who was really distant with the show at first because she really, really didn't like the Monster of the Week format because she felt like these characters were just vessels for violence. And then it started in season 3. It started getting really plotty, and then that's what really hooked her in.
Oh. Guys, I'm sorry I've been so quiet. I had to go kill a bug and it wouldn't die.
Oh no!
Oh God!
Speaking of monster slaying.
Yeah, just so you know, one of the episodes that scared me the most in Supernatural was the bug episode because I can't stand bugs.
I feel like the bug episode was actually really, really important to the series because it was the first time Samandriel's vessel was ever introduced.
Oh
yes.
Yeah.
Right.
I love what they did with it. And aside from that, remember when they were given an interview? Not an interview. It was a panel at a con, and they were asked what the worst thing they had to work with was, and they were like 10,000 bees. And I remember they were talking, and like the people who handled the bees were like, the thing you need to do is you just don't need to make them angry. Just direct the bees. That's how we're supposed to be waving at them, idiots. Like, what are we supposed to do? Be gentle with them, like, bees, go there.
Yes, because bees will know the difference.
That episode never affected me, like, at all. I was not bothered. Like, the bugs, I was just like, oh, bugs, cool. The only episode that really affected me, like, really, really affected me, I already told you guys, was the episode with the Benders, the human hunters.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, God.
The shit out of
that one was freaky. And what's even freakier is it took place not too far from where I currently live.
Oh, no.
Whoa, your thing
so
just,
I was watching
really
it and I was
fuzzy.
like, oh, okay. Yeah, sorry.
It's okay. It
Am I
sounded kind of cool.
now?
Yeah, I think it's good now, if you wanted to continue what you were saying.
Okay. Yeah, I was saying the Benders took place pretty close to where I was living at that time, and now still, and it was kind of disturbing to watch that particular one. At first I was excited because I knew where it was, and then I realized, oh no, now I'm never gonna sleep again. I'm gonna be worried about crazy people coming out of the woods and taking me to their house.
Yeah, no, it's the worst.
And, yeah, basically.
The fact that
that one affected me too.
The fact that it's always monsters doing the horrible things is really comforting, but once it's people, it gets 10 times more terrifying because they're like, oh, wait, I'm surrounded by people. That could be any person.
People can do whatever because usually most of the monsters that they encounter have rules. You know, you can stop them with the silver bullet or line of salt. And the people, there's no magic bullet for them. They can pretty much go over any devil's trap or what not.
Yeah, and because of that, they're even more invisible than demons.
Yeah.
Okay. Should we go to the next question?
Yeah.
A freaky episode. Sure.
Yeah.
What's the next question?
What are your favorite scenes from members of Team Free Will? Like, what's your favorite Dean scene? What's your favorite Cass scene? What's your favorite Sam scene?
Individually or as a group?
Both.
Either or.
Wow. That is a really tough one.
Like, my favorite Cass scene is like the entirety of A Man Who Would Be King.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. I mean, his entrance, though. Cass's entrance was, of course.
That's true.
Yes! High five! I was hoping you would see that. That is my favorite.
I'll say for the moment that's my favorite cast scene. I'd probably change it in 5 minutes, but right now, it's definitely that one. Now, one of the Sam scenes that really got to me, that really stands out, was from, I don't even remember, I think it was season 1, when he was talking to, and I am totally blanking on the name, but the other, was it Max?
It's fine.
The first other psychic that...
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
On about how his mother had died, and you could just see Sam realizing, there was something more going on here, that he was connected to this other person. And just, to me, it was a really strong, powerful scene.
Mm-hmm.
And
yes. It's Max Milligan.
Yes.
Thank you, Ellen, in the comments.
Yeah, that one has always really stood out to me.
Mm-hmm. I liked his, like Dallas guy said, I really liked his detox scene.
Oh, yeah.
Panic rooms.
Oh, yeah.
That's
It's spectacular.
Me, the best Sam scene that I've ever seen was probably the one from the finale.
Oh, yeah.
Sam in that entire episode was absolutely perfect.
That is a good point. I am so not over the finale yet.
Oh, God.
Also, Dallas guy, shout out to your Game of Thrones icon, wink wink.
Oh, shut up. It's not Game of Thrones.
Okay. Do you have a favorite scene of them collectively together?
Probably, I really like them working together in 808. I don't know that I could pick any particular moment, but just their whole interactions throughout that episode are just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's hard to say because there's so many that I like.
I'm trying to think.
And 807 too, when they're breaking in to save Kevin as well.
Yeah, that's what Lauren just said in the comments. 807. Or 808. That's different. But yeah, season 8 had a lot of amazing Team Free Will episodes.
Season 8 has a lot of my favorite stuff now.
It's really hard to sort of pinpoint a good Team Free Will scene because you never really got very many things where they're all three together because Jared was always such a troll to Misha.
Yeah. Can we just remember the fact that as soon as they found out that Misha was going to direct an episode, Jared started asking people about the ultimate way to screw that up for Misha?
That's right.
Okay.
Oh, it's gonna be a riot.
Oh my! I can't wait for that episode. I really can't.
I'm still
Tumblr is
expecting
going
a musical
to explode.
episode. I'm still expecting a musical episode.
I know.
I'm still expecting summer dresses. He promised us a drag musical. For the love of God.
I want.
Wall, they can do a drag musical.
I want 5-inch eyelashes with crazy makeup, and I want wigs and dresses. And I want them. Oh my God!
They could pull it off too.
How amazing would
if they were investigating a case at a
drag show?
Yeah, at a drag strip and not drag. Is it drag club or drag strip? Because drag
I
strip,
have
I think
no
of
idea.
racing cars.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's drag clubbing.
You know,
You could have drag queens in race cars, though.
how would they fit Jared in anything? Because I'm pretty sure it's hard for Jared just to find regular clothes.
You know what's amazing for Jared though? He has so long. His hair is so long. He could totally hide extensions.
Oh, yeah.
I could see Castiel just completely being okay with it because
Cass would
he's
just be
utterly
completely
indifferent
okay.
towards gender. So he'd just be like, he
Why
might
is
find
this
the.
weird?
He might find the clothes a little bit uncomfortable considering what he's used to wearing, but he wouldn't understand why Dean or Sam look so embarrassed.
Oh, sweetie, he will find the clothes epically uncomfortable. You know that show, RuPaul's Drag Race?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
It's a drag queen competition, and once every season they bring like 5 regular guys in, and the last season they were all standing on stage, and one of the guys was so miserable, they were like, what's happening? He's like, I'm wearing 3 pairs of underwear, 5 pairs of tights, and my shoes are glued to my feet. Yes, it's gonna be uncomfortable.
Okay, we should move on to the next question. I'll ask it. Okay.
Go ahead.
Alice, what are your favorite side characters? Alice, I think you're really.
She has a bit of a lag,
Yes.
I've noticed.
Yeah.
Probably Charlie is.
Oh, thank you,
Yeah.
Charlie.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Yes.
But we think you have a bit of a lag, so we're gonna give you a few extra seconds to answer your questions from now on.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry about that.
No, it's
Okay.
okay.
But yeah, Charlie is probably one of my favorites. I really like Naomi just as a really interesting character.
Yeah.
And I can't decide whether I love her or I hate her. But
Or you love to hate her.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. But I really found her to be one of the most interesting female characters that they've come up with in a long time.
Uh-huh.
And I really hope they'll find some way to bring her back in season 9 in some form or fashion and just continue to explore her as a character.
I want her to come back, and I want her to have met a really awesome, badass female angel, and I want them to be a badass duo fighting monsters and running
That
from the
would-
law.
So
I will be severely disappointed if Charlie isn't in season 9.
I'll be
yeah.
super disappointed, but
She needs to be.
Yeah, I mean-
It's-
I do think that if they are able to, they will bring her back because she is a huge crowd pleaser. Everyone
She
loves
is.
her today. So yeah.
Oh, and Maria, she wants to know she needs Abaddon. Well, we all need Abaddon.
Oh.
We all need Abaddon.
We need Abaddon and Naomi in a scene together doing something.
Yes.
I don't know what it is. I just want to see those two interact.
I'm still really upset that they killed off her vessel, but I'm really hoping they're going to find another actress who can do that Abaddon very well.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what they come up with. I think she's gonna
Alice?
possess Cass for a while.
Alice, you're going to need to repeat yourself because you were cutting out while
Her
you were...
vessel is missing in action, and Cass human without. Okay, what I was saying is, I think that for a brief period of time, at least, Abaddon is going to possess Cass
Ooh.
because she has no vessel right now. Cass is human without an anti-possession tattoo.
ooh, can I answer Jennifer Greer's question? Why does everyone like Abaddon? I can't speak for everyone, but I can say that I hold this really sort of. I really love her because I don't know why I'm saying I'm babbling right now. Hold on, let me collect my thoughts for a second. Okay. I think that Abaddon is an amazing character because she is an unapologetic badass character. She's female, which is something that you hardly ever see on TV. She is incredibly evil, and she's incredibly confident in herself. She's just, I guess you could say, if I want to be stereotypical, you could say she's really fierce.
Yeah.
And she's really competent at being evil
Yes.
too.
Yeah, she's not like one of those sort of villainesses that is too overly sexualized, and she's not one of those people. She's not necessarily femme fatale. She's just evil.
Yeah, and it's amazing because Abaddon is insanely visually pleasing and very stylish, and everything about her is she's a very well designed character, but she's absolutely not decorative. That personally amazes me, like, as a person who wears a lot of makeup, to see someone who does the same on screen, even though I wear about 5 times more than she does, but you know. To see a female character actually, like, wearing makeup and rocking a certain type of look, it's just, makeup is so freaking stigmatized. It annoys the crap out of me. So I love Abaddon for a lot of other reasons, because she's this really powerful being with amazing potential for destruction, and I just love characters who are really good at killing people, you know, but...
I love how I think one of my favorite things that she's ever done was Crowley was like, I am your king, and then she was like, no, and then she nearly killed him. I was like, I love you so much right now, Abaddon.
Yeah.
It's just, she was so powerful.
In some ways, I feel like Abaddon has sort of filled the niche that season 1 Meg had, as sort of the just violent demon female character. She's sort of a classier than season 1 Meg, and of course I love Meg initially, and I still love her throughout the seasons, but I think her in season 1 was always my favorite version, and she had awesome hair in the first season too. I had that haircut for a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I used to have the short blonde Meg look going on. I'll have to post some pictures of that sometime.
I can see
post
why.
some pictures on your blog.
Like, some people might not like her, and that's perfectly okay, but honestly, I really do understand why the fandom as a collective really sort of roots for her to be the villain. Because she's awesome. She's awesomely evil. She's literally the only villain that I genuinely love.
Yeah, we're not telling you to like Abaddon, we're just explaining why we like Abaddon.
Why we love her. And yeah, by the way, Jen, thank you for the compliments on my makeup. I saw that. Thank you, guys.
Alright, we have a very hard question for you. Are you ready for this, Alice?
Oh boy.
You have one chance to undo a death. You have one chance to undo a death. Who would you choose? Go.
Oh, wow. That is a toughie. One chance to undo a death. Gotta think about this for a moment. The pressure is on.
Yeah,
the
sure.
pressure's on. You can think about it. While you're thinking about it, we can talk about the other subject. We can talk about you. What?
Okay, go.
Okay. You wanted to have a nice discussion about Castiel and his story through the seasons.
Yeah. Yes.
So while you think about which character you want to bring back to life, you can talk.
Really, I was writing... Cool. I think I was writing something else entirely, and it just sort of started occurring to me that throughout the seasons, Cass's arc has sort of followed along the lines of a coming-of-age story, which when you first meet him, and it's all metaphorical, not as much as him being a young child when we first meet him, but his stage as a character, he's very definite about everything, is as it's supposed to be. The higher powers are always right. They're doing the right thing, and he's certain that if he follows their path, everything is going to be, perfectly fine. And he has, even when I was watching season 4 for the first time, it was really interesting to me that he sort of came across as a little bit wide-eyed and innocent. Mm-hmm. And then as the season went on, he started to realize a little more that maybe some of what he had taken to be absolute truth, maybe there was another side to it. Maybe the higher ups, as it were, didn't have all the right answers. And then you really see that coming into season 5, where he's realizing that, he doesn't necessarily have to do what it is that, we'll say the adults, for the sake of the argument, are saying is the right thing,
authority.
Because maybe it's not necessarily the right thing. Yeah, authority. And then you hit the season 6 version, where it's like you've gone from a kid to a teenager who has definite ideas about what he thinks is the right thing. Mm-hmm. And he's going to rebel against anybody who says otherwise. He's going to really just go to do what he wants, what he thinks is right, and not necessarily hear any other arguments, because he's convinced that he's on the right path, and that his rebellion in heaven is the right thing. And then, of course, he takes it too far in the season 6 finale, and everything just sort of comes crashing down. And then you see more progression of him really, especially in season 7 and 8, of him really getting to the adult's metaphorical stage, mm-hmm. where he is disillusioned with everything, realizes that it's really hard to make this difference that you're trying to make, because there's corrupt power behind everything, and there's control that you never realized before. And it's just sort of a maturing, and also there's a good bit of disillusionment there. Mm-hmm. So I found that sort of an interesting progression. And I have no idea if it was intentional. I almost don't think it is, but it fits the pattern so nicely.
Mm-hmm.
So that
it really intrigued me when I was writing something else entirely, mm-hmm. and then I just found that really interesting.
That's probably one of the best sort of analyses I've heard of Castiel's storyline. That series. That was awesome.
That was a full-blown meta.
You should write that down.
I need to. I wrote about it in something else, but it was part of his a whole other deal, and I've never put it down as an actual standalone.
Uh-huh.
Which I need to do. I have several metas in the works.
Uh-huh. Okay. That was really nice. I like that. Have you given more thought on whose death you would undo? Because I've been reading the comments, and I've been saying Pamela, Bobby, Ash.
Oh, guys, I think we've lost Alice from the call. Oh, no.
Oh.
Oh, she dropped.
Hold on.
Here.
Let me see if I can grab her.
Yeah, we'll be back.
No, I don't need to. I don't think I need to hang up. I think I just need to log on to her, go to her thing, maybe. Hold on.
I think.
Okay, I'm hanging up for a second, guys. Be right back.
All right, be right back.
Alice?
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 Would not be profound radio if there weren't mountains of technical difficulties.
No, we're very lucky. This is the first one we've had.
Yeah, it's up mountains.
It's too bad that it's a really important one.
Alice?
Well, if Alice can't come back on, then we can probably go to our Tumblr page and start answering some questions.
Yeah.
I think I can hear her.
Oh no, she's doing that weird audio thing that happens to me sometimes. Hold on.
Sorry, guys.
I'm gonna coach Alice. You two can take up Tumblr questions.
Okay, so let's me and Silven cover a blue box parchment question.
Yep.
It goes like this. Ooh, guys, maybe you could talk about different headcanons on fallen angels. Do you think they'll all have vessels? Will they be able to take a vessel still, like Lucifer was able to get after getting out of the cage? Will they be like Anna was, or will they be more like Lucifer? And do we think they're in a different state to Cass?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's actually an awesome topic, because it's something I've been thinking of for a while, and if I can start, it's actually been a little confusing for me for a while, because this season we've got several scenes that take place in heaven, as well as in earlier seasons, and when we are in heaven, we can see the angels looking exactly the same as we see them when they're on Earth, like Raphael earlier and Naomi this season, and it gets kind of confusing in terms of, is it a vessel? Do they still look like vessels in heaven? Basically, do they just do it for convenience of actually being able to show us the angels? Because we're not supposed to be able to, perceive their true form. They'd be like, what, glowing balls of light? Or whether they actually mean that they are still, sort of in their vessels in heaven. And I have come to the conclusion that basically, whether they've taken vessels the same way Cass has, or they've done it some other way, we do see them in some form of vessels. When they were falling from heaven, it was basically a dude in a suit with his wings burning out. So he was kind of already, present in this dimension in some sort of vessel, and he was falling from heaven like this. So I do think that they are kind of already in vessels, that they're gonna look the same on Earth as, they looked when they were falling, dudes in suits. We've also seen some angels coming down to Earth this season, which really did look like that. So yeah. I do think that that's what they're gonna look like.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're probably going to end up looking human with their vessels, just because it'd be really hard for them to show giant balls of light all over the planet.
Yeah.
I feel like the reason that we mainly see them in their vessels, there's no really sort of overall reason besides the fact that Supernatural has budget problems because they can't use too much money, because you have to admit it would take a lot of money to constantly craft these different angels that we see every day, because every angel does look different. They don't all look the same. So it's a lot easier to hire actors than to dump all this money in really fantastical sort of beings like angels are supposed to look like. Because, I mean, we've already heard what angels look like when they're in their true forms. We see these giant flashes of light, but if they wanted to show us angels interacting in heaven, they would have to show them as the humans, or else we would never get to see them, because it would be really difficult. And I feel like they're not going to do very many special things vessel-wise with angels. They're probably just going to have them fall, and they're going to have some sort of explanation as to why they're all in these human bodies now. It's probably going to end up being, we were in this vessel and we fell, so now we're stuck in this vessel for the rest of our lives unless we can get back our grace. That's what I think is going to happen.
Because everyone in the chat keeps saying balls of light, and I just imagined if Bobby was still alive and they were balls of light, they'll be falling from the sky, and Bobby would be like, balls! And for the first time, he would literally mean it.
Oh yeah, I totally agree with Caro. They're definitely going to reuse actors. I can guarantee you we're probably going to see some reused actors.
I love it when they do it, actually. It's so, it's awesome. I really like that.
Mm-hmm. I really hope that we will get to see a sort of different variety of angels. Like, I really hope that they'll take the fact that we might have some allied angels to really dive back into the show's angelic mythology. Like, maybe we'll see angels who are of different ranks in heaven explaining what they used to do and how they can be of help whenever they start fighting.
Yeah.
You know what I would want to know?
What?
I'm back!
She's back!
Yay!
Yeah, but, the phone was freaking out, or the connection, or something.
Okay, well, I'm glad you're back. Okay. And I'm going to say this one thing real quick, and then we're going to get into fan works.
Okay.
Okay, I would love, since they're all angels, and they all remember Enochian, I would love it if they spoke a lot of Enochian this season.
Oh, yes.
Oh, fuck
yes. Do want.
Oh, God.
That would be so difficult, though.
It would be so hard, though, and come on.
Sometimes a whole episode of Supernatural in Enochian with subtitles.
Oh, God. I would literally die. You don't understand. It's such a kink.
I can picture my mom trying to switch the channel things just because she doesn't realize that it's all in Enochian and not in, like, Spanish or something. So she's just like, I want English.
Why is it on the Spanish channel?
That's not what my mom sounds like. And when they do, I want to hear someone yell, "You breed with the mouth of a goat." Like, just yell it. Because I know we got what it meant in the episode, but I really just want someone to yell it as sort of really angrily. Like, you breed with the mouth of a goat, only in Enochian.
Oh, God.
Okay. Alice? Oh no. What happened?
Oh no.
She dropped again.
We lost her again. Okay, Kaleb, you coach her, and we'll try and do another question, because we've got two.
Yeah.
Okay. So, sorry guys, Alice is using her phone, which is why it's so strange right now. So, we're going to take another question. This one, okay, never mind, Alice is back. Alice, are you back?
Yeah.
Alice?
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why it keeps throwing me off now.
Never mind.
Okay,
we were going to save that question for Nami.
While I still have you, do you have any fan work you want to be promoted?
Most of what I do is some meta writing, and most of my recent stuff should be in on my blog, which is daughterofabadass.tumblr.
Uh-huh.
And
I'm also going to link them to your AO3.
And I don't know that I have one. unless someone put one up.
Yeah, there's one that's N-Nami at AO3.
That's not Alice, is it? That's Nami-chan.
Oh, that's
You're so dumb, Kaleb.
Derp. Wait, so you're not the author of Turn Right?
No, Kaleb, you're...
Yes, I am.
Oh.
That was the one... That was one I started back. Yeah.
Oh, okay. A while back. Is it still a work in progress?
Well, what was it? It is a work in progress, but I'm interested, what did I have it under?
It's Enochian Rage at dreamwit.org.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Yeah, I have that one, which is in the works.
Yeah, I'll link them to this.
Yeah, as I have time.
Yeah. But you have meta that you write?
Yeah, I forgot I had it on AM3. I knew I had a live journal once upon a time, but I haven't really done anything with that.
Okay, so would you categorize yourself as a fic writer or a meta writer more?
More meta. I have some fanfic that I'm working on, and obviously Turn Right is one of them. But most of what I find the time to do is meta, and that just fascinates me a lot because it's just so many different angles to look at.
With that amazing little Castiel meta you just spoke about, obviously meta's your strong point.
Yeah, Alice's meta is great, everyone. I see a lot of on my dash. Yeah.
Yeah, it should. Most of my meta is on my blog under the tag Thoughts and Commentary.
Thoughts and Commentary. Okay, then I'll post a link to that tag on your blog too.
So that's where you'll find most of it. Awesome. Yeah, I have several more that I have that are probably going to be out in the next few weeks, and one of them is sort of about, and I've touched on this topic before, about how Dean and Cass's relationship changed from the way they were in seasons 4 and 5 to the end of season 6 when things were really kicked up a notch. Because before that, you always had, as far as shipping them, this great big potential, but you needed something to be a catalyst that would make it possible for them to become a canon couple. And in my opinion, the end of season 6 was that catalyst.
Okay.
And I have something in the works that goes depth on that.
Okay. So y'all need to follow her blog. I'll post links after the show so that you can keep up with her meta. Okay, do you have any favorite fan works, like metas, fics, or artists?
Of course, I love Redemption Road.
Oh, yeah.
And that's one of my favorites. Another one, I have 2 fanfics that I've really liked. One of them, the title is On the Shores of the Great Lake. And I'm not positive of the author at the moment, but
I'll research it.
It goes alternate universe somewhat around mid-season 5, but it takes place way in the future. And there's another one, and I know I
found it.
The addresses of these somewhere. It's called This Story Was Brought to You by Our Sponsors. And again, I can't remember the author at the moment, but both of them, if I had just sort of looked at the summary, I don't know really what really hooked me into reading them, but I love them both, and they're really interesting and sort of different.
Okay. Well,
so those are a couple of my favorite, and they're both Castile.
Oh, they're both from Castiel's point of view?
No, they're both Dean Castfics.
Oh, okay.
So.
Okay, well, we're going to find them and link them. And what is your favorite genre? Like fluff, angst, smut?
Probably hurt comfort.
Hurt comfort? I like that too.
Yeah, just because I think you were talking about this on an episode not too long ago. I don't mind having like tons and tons and tons of angst piled at me as long as I get a good ending.
Yeah, that's totally me.
And as long as it's a happy, I can take whatever the author throw at me. I might get really upset and whine and cry about it, but that tends to sort of be my favorite.
I love angst. When angst, I can even deal with angst when it has a bad ending, just because. Yeah,
because he's like Satan and he has no heart.
Honestly, I love reading the angst, and then I love recommending the angst to other people and watching the other people cry.
So you can see them cry?
Yeah.
Of course you do.
Raise his hand.
I'm not even kidding. I am a victim.
I have to be in the right frame of mind to read serious angst that ends in angst.
No, I just don't do that, period. I'm like...
No.
Major character death. No, I am not touching you.
No, not with a 20-foot pole.
Anna MZ asks if you can rec some good hurt comfort fics.
I will get on my blog this evening and I'll post
She'll make a thick rec.
some links to some of my favorites. I can't really think of them all off the top of my head right now, but
yeah,
I'm sure I've got links to them saved on my computer. Yeah. So once I get on my computer,
her blog.
Ooh, which reminds me, if anyone wants to see some good angst, right now you can go to Mapal and Gemma's thing, So Near While Apart, which is SNWA, and you can read that because it's pretty freaking angsty right now.
It's really cool. I've never seen a fic like it before. I actually really like it.
And it's actually kind of hurt comfort because you see Dean and Castiel comforting each other over emails and instant messages and diary entries.
I can relate because I've had some pretty shitty online relationships before. So I can get some of the hurt that comes from it, but I really like it because it is hurt comfort. It is sort of angsty, but they make up for it. It's really adorable. You need to check it out. It's really good. Yeah, you go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, if you guys want, I can show Mapal's message to Profound Radio because it's on YouTube right now.
Oh, yeah, we'll do it at the very end.
Oh, okay.
Real quick, last question. Alice, what is your favorite character to write metas on?
Probably Cass.
Yeah, I got
just
that.
Because I recognize the story. I really relate to it because it's sort of along the lines of my growing up as well. So I
really relate with him.
Yeah, it's interesting that he has such for a completely alien, celestial wavelength. He has one of the most human stories.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's really interesting. I think that's why a lot of people love Cass's character, because even though he's an angel, they see a lot of themselves in him because he's legitimately growing up in front of them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay.
I think so, and I think I really recognize some of the stages of his growing up.
Mm-hmm.
And also, the earlier question, I know my answer to it right now about what death I would undo. I would undo Naomi's death. That may or may not be a death.
Okay. I can vouch that.
I can see that, yeah.
Okay.
So that is my answer for today.
Okay. So, thank you, Alice, for being on the show today.
Now...
Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for being on the show. I feel like I was just a really big dick right there, but I'm not. Thanks for being on the show.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and
right.
I can introduce him, Caleb. I'm supposed to be the one hosting today.
Yeah, but just hold on. You can come back later, Alice, when we watch season 9.
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
Awesome.
We'd love to have you
Definitely.
back. And maybe you can give us some more Castiel meta on season 9.
Yes, definitely. I'm looking forward to it.
I can almost guarantee that all meta writers are going to eat the season 9 up.
Yeah.
We're going to have a field day.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well,
Well, I will say goodbye to you guys.
yep,
And
thanks for being on the show.
again.
It was really fun having you. Like, seriously, it was fun talking to you. You gave me an entirely
awesome.
new view on Cass.
Alright, bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye, Alice.
Okay. And now we are going to be having our second guest. Her name on Tumblr is, hold on, let me get the thing put up, Nami-chan89, no dashes, no spaces in between whatsoever, .tumblr.com.
It's How Tumblr Ruined My Life.
Is it?
It is.
Is it? Oh, crap, I'm dumb.
How Tumblr
Hi, guys.
Ruined My Life. We'll
I'm
be posting links. We'll be posting links, and with us now is Franzi.
Hello.
Say hi, Franzi.
Just say hi,
Franzi.
Franzi.
Hi, everyone.
I'm
so nervous right now.
Oh, it's
At least
no.
you didn't just mess up live on air, so...
Well, I did too, so it's good.
I'm never hosting again.
Oh, please. Okay, so how are you, other than nervous?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. We had like a long discussion about video games beforehand. We found out that she's
Oh,
a
yeah.
big gamer.
A lot of
And,
Nintendo and Zelda, and yeah.
People who participate in our show get to see the inner workings of Profound Radio,
yep.
which is I, Skyfile, I'm Bathing, and Shannon and
And-
Kaleb are gross.
In chaos. Absolute mayhem. Okay, so we're gonna dive right into it. Francie, when did you start watching Supernatural?
I started in October 2011. It was around the time when The Mentalists aired. So the fandom was in this huge uproar since Cass died, and it was a dark time for Castiel and Supernatural fans in general. And I just came out of the X-Men First Class fandom. If anyone knows that. Yeah, it was I started into that. That was why I joined Tumblr, and since the fandom, went quiet over time, I met more Supernatural fans, and that's what got me hooked. So I started watching The Mentalists, and right at the time, season 5 was on in German TV. And I came around to seeing Fallen Idols, and I was like, oh my god, did they really just behead Paris Hilton? Oh my god. And about 2 weeks later or something, Changing Channels was on, and I was like, okay, I need to have this. And so I bought the DVDs.
Oh,
Since, you don't get the original version in English in German TV. It's all dubbed, and it's horrible. Jared and Jensen sound like little boys, and it's really weird. Seriously, I beg you, go on YouTube and look up the German version of Supernatural. It's hysterical.
I will.
I'm going to do it.
I would. We'll do that.
So I started watching Supernatural back in October, and it took me about 2 months to catch up with season 6. And season 7 was well on the way. And yeah.
Okay.
It's been a while.
I think Gemma takes up the longest, though. She was there from day one. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, and for the record, in German TV, there was only season 5 until early last year, and they haven't aired season 6 and 7 in free TV since ever. So everyone in Germany thinks that Supernatural only has 5 seasons. It's really funny. Everyone is like, wasn't that supposed to end after 5 seasons? Yeah, but there are 3 other seasons. You don't even know what you're missing.
I forget, what's the cliffhanger for that one? On season 5.
No, it's when Sam walks out at the end, and you see the light bulb exploding, and he's looking at Dean and Lisa as they walk into the house.
Oh my God, they got left at Swan Song. That's horrible.
Yeah, it's terrible. Seriously.
But it was supposed to end at season 5, so.
Oh God. Okay. Poor Germans.
Yeah.
They had to end at Swan Song. They think it stopped there. Oh my God. My condolences.
And I have to get up at 3 a.m. every Thursday to watch Supernatural when I want to see it live.
Yeah, she's hardcore, you guys.
Yeah,
she's
totally
dedicated.
I told the guys before, I did this all throughout season 7 and 8. I got up at 3 a.m., watched the episode, went for a half hour or something. I was on Tumblr, and then I went to bed, and then I got up to work at around 6 a.m. And I did this for the whole time.
Yeah. People who live in convenient time zones for Supernatural show amazing dedication, just so you know.
How is it in Russia, Silven?
It's either 4 or 5 a.m. for me.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, no, it's either 5 or 6, but...
Oh, okay, so you just have to wake up super early,
when
or stay up all night.
I actually stay up the whole night.
Wow.
If I watch it live, most of the time, if I can. If I'm completely sleep deprived, maybe I'll sleep, but generally I just stay up. If I want to watch it live, I just don't sleep.
Oh, gosh.
Sorry, guys, if the screen is getting weird. I just got the other picture in for the thing. So
Yeah,
we had some email trouble with Mapal because of that.
Yeah.
I hope it works now.
Yeah, we've got the
face.
title card made. It's just that I'm being a derp and I suck at hosting. And
I think we established that.
Oh wow!
You deserve it, Shannon. You're always a butt.
Okay, you know what? Fine. I'm not going to host again, and we'll see if we can have a show next time Maple can't be on. Sucky Internet, Mr. Sucky Internet.
Someone's all butt hurt now. Okay, we're gonna move on. What character do you have a more profound bond with? Wink, wink. I see what I did there.
You're not funny.
It's easily Dean, just because he's a big brother, and I have a lot that connects me to his character, simply because I have 2 younger sisters, and I lost my mom pretty early too. So I totally know where he comes from, and I can understand why he does the things he does.
Yeah, I'm the same way with my little brother. That's how I really connect to Dean, because of my siblings.
I have like 6 siblings, so I know what the big brother spiel is.
Yeah, I was after my mom died, I was 7, and I pretty much was pushed into the same role, since my dad was pretty much yeah, he was pretty overwhelmed with the whole situation. He had 3 little girls at home and a full-time job and all that, and I ended up taking care of my sisters pretty often, and I still feel very obligated towards them, even if they are adults now. They are 19 and 21, and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god,
That's
we
neat.
were totally depressing there.
No,
that was not my intention.
No, I like that. I like it because I connected with Dean and Sam. I feel like I connect with both of them very equally. Because at the same time, I'm not the firstborn, but I am an older sibling. So I can play both roles, where I have older and younger siblings that take care of me, and I take care of my younger siblings. So it might not be as extreme in my experience, but I know what it's like to connect on a character with that sort of level.
God.
Yeah.
I feel like the odd one out so much because like I am the younger sibling and I've never really lived with my siblings either way, but I connect with Dean so much, and like every person I meet who connects with Dean is like an older sibling or something. I'm like, wow, yeah.
You also connect with Dean in a really interesting way.
Oh yeah. I connect with Dean in more of a sexuality and gender way, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the record, I'm bisexual too, so there's that.
Yeah.
We got another bisexual in the house. I'm gay, in case you didn't realize.
Do you think we should do what the Anon asked us to do right now before we get really deep into the show?
Yeah, hold on, but Shannon, seriously, it's fine. Quit messing with the screen.
Shut up! No, it wasn't fine. It had to be perfect.
Okay, what did the Anon want?
An Anon messaged us asking us if we could say happy birthday to one of our viewers because they have had a really terrible week.
All right.
So
we have
sing or something.
Yeah, sure, I guess, but
I'll sing
it is
if you want.
Yeah, you're a better singer. It is whose birthday? It's Wingenster. It's Wingenster. She's in the comments.
Yeah.
So wish her a happy birthday. So let the singing commence.
Happy birthday. Okay. Wingenster, what's your real name?
It's Jen.
It's Jen? That
Jen.
makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Jen.
Yeah.
So, Nami, do you want to sing?
Oh my god, no.
Okay.
If you sing along with me, I will.
I'll sing along with you.
Let's all sing along.
Okay.
Standard happy birthday song?
Yes.
Standard happy birthday song.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
to
We are out of
you. We're all terrible. You had a terrible beginning of happy birthday because we're all really we're ourselves.
Yeah, I'm sorry, it's hard to say over Skype because it messes up the time.
Yeah, we've all got lag, so we're trying to all sync and it's not working.
You do it, Shannon. You do it. You're a better singer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jen. Happy birthday to you. And many more.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Happy birthday to you. You live in a zoo. You smell like a monkey. You look like one too.
You're a horrible human being, Caleb. We love you too, Jen.
Yeah, we love you. And Jen is really awesome, everyone. If you're not following her, you should totally go and follow because she's really an amazing, positive person, and she writes awesome fic. And just do it.
Feliz cumpleaños. It's Spanish for those who don't know.
Yeah.
Oh.
We watched Dora.
Cumpleaños feliz, cumpleaños feliz. I don't know the rest. I only know the beginning.
Okay. Let's get back to our interview now.
Okay.
What is your least favorite character?
Oh god, I thought long about this, but I don't know. Metatron at the moment, but I think he's everyone's least favorite character at the moment.
That's true.
I don't really have a least favorite. I think.
Might
I
do a
hated
Metatron.
Gordon Walker. But,
Yeah. Oh my god, me
as
too.
for- yeah, and I had my problems with Amelia, to be honest. But that was
Amelia?
more the writing
Yeah, I
of
felt like-
810. I think,
Yeah.
honestly, the scene in the motel room where they are in the bed, Sam and
Uh-huh.
Amelia, it was one of the most painful things to watch for me, since it was really awkwardly cut and written,
Oh, so you
and
felt it too?
I didn't like it. I think it was a very clumsy dialogue, and it just didn't work, in my opinion.
I would have liked Amelia if she wasn't like a fuel just to throw a romantic interest at Sam.
I felt really bothered by, like, I liked Amelia's character at first, like, I liked the idea of her,
Yeah.
just as a love interest for Sam, but I would have loved to have seen them actually have a romance that wasn't completely told through flashbacks. Because we weren't able to develop any sort of connection to her.
It didn't feel real.
Yeah, it honestly felt like something that was put in Sam's head, which is kind of what I was expecting, but it wasn't. It ended up being real and ended up being just incredibly awkward. Like, when she left, I was just like, am I supposed to be feeling sad?
Mm-hmm.
I
didn't
wasn't
feel
feeling
sad.
sad at all for her.
It felt forced.
It was a bit telenovela drama, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I had my problems with her, but it's not like I totally hated her.
Yeah.
The idea that they wanted to establish was pretty cool.
Mhm.
But
They
I
just
think
didn't execute it very well.
Yeah, right. That's
Like-
true.
Seriously, Sam had a better romance with Meg in season 1.
Yeah. Sam had
Or
a better
Ruby.
romance with Bella in season 3.
Or Ruby, for that matter.
Yeah, because they had like common ground to build on, and where their characters connected, and they had a story together, not just here's
And they
a love
And-
interest.
Please appreciate that Penis of Death didn't kill her.
And honestly, I really feel like they...
No, Ruby
Sorry.
is special because they connected in a different way, if you get what I mean. Wink, wink.
You mean he sucked her blood out? Yeah, I know.
Yeah, okay.
I really feel like they wrote... All the writing for Amelia was terrible. Like, they didn't make her very likable. From the very beginning, she did nothing but insult Sam. That's
Yeah.
legitimately the only thing her character did most of the time, was insult Sam. Or insult other people that she was supposed to be close to, like her father. It was just like, oh, God, Amelia,
this is
stop.
Like, secondhand embarrassment. Just, ugh.
I was
Yep.
just like, oh my God, why?
Yeah, but at the same time, it's really hard to introduce a new love interest fast in a short time frame in a likable way. Like, it really is a hard thing to do. It's kind of understandable that, you know, their scenes and stuff wasn't super because they had very little time to do it, and they just had to kind of throw that storyline in, and yeah, I understand why it was hard to do.
I feel like even though the story was thrown in, they could have taken a little bit more time to just sort of try and refine Amelia's character. I mean, there are some characters that were only on for like an episode that we really, really enjoyed, but with Amelia, she was legit. She had a lot more screen time than most other side characters. I feel like they should have really tried to refine her character throughout these flashbacks instead of just making her this cardboard cutout that we're supposed to like because Sam likes her.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Like,
Sam's had way more chemistry with Amy Pond. He had way more chemistry with Sarah Blake, Meg,
and I hear
Ruby.
he had a lot of chemistry with Genevieve. I don't know why.
Gosh, I wonder why that is. No,
It's not like
honestly,
her-
I liked Ruby. I liked, it was like a gray area
Mhm.
for them to develop, their relationship. And somebody said once that Ruby was in love with Sam because of his powers, and I
Well, for
feel
me-
like that was the original reason, but I think she came to like him on a personal level.
For me,
And,
I read this really cool thing where Ruby only liked Sam because she knew Sam was Lucifer's vessel and she worshipped Lucifer.
That's what I always thought. That's why I always thought she liked Sam. I mean, I kind of agree with Franzi when she says that she thinks Ruby got into a more personal level. I think in some sort of way she really did like Sam even if he wouldn't have had his powers, just because I feel like she grew to have a tiny little teensy-weensy bit of emotions for Sam. But most of it, but in the end it was overclouded by her love for Lucifer. And it's just, Ruby is a really weird character for me.
I personally think that in her own way, Ruby really did love Sam. That because the whole,
Silven?
was doing the right thing that would be better both for her and for Sam, because, Sam was supposed to get rewarded after they brought Lucifer back, so, basically, it's like looking at saving the world from the other end, from which it also looks like saving the world. Say Sam, I really feel like this is Ruby's point of view, and because of that, I can't even look at Ruby as any kind of a negative character, because she legitimately thought she was doing the good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had an agenda, she had a cause, and I think she was a cool character.
Yeah, which is why it's, like, personally for me, it's very easy to think of her as someone who, who actually did love Sam in her own way.
She's another one of those characters that you love to hate, I think.
Yeah. We love to hate, like, all the villains. Except Metatron. I think we actually just hate Metatron.
Everyone hates Metatron.
I just love her a lot.
Okay. You wanted to talk about Sabriel, right?
Yeah, I wanted to talk about Sabriel.
Yes, let's talk. There's Silven.
I should have been!
Actually, Sabriel was the first fic I ever wrote for Supernatural. I started writing... I started reading fanfiction of Dean and Cass and Sam Gabriel long before I started watching Supernatural. So I always knew who Gabriel was. Yeah. And I loved him a lot. He's just a great character, and this is just a great crack ship. And I was really surprised when I came to his episodes, because there's almost nothing there, ground to ship them on, apart from his speech in Mystery Spot and all that, and in Hammer of the Gods. But it's great to write, since he's just a cool character, and they fit together so well, and I love doing that. And I think I wrote a ficlet series. It's still on my live journal in 30 chapters, and I think every ficlet was around 1,000 words. I did this for a month. Every day I would publish a new ficlet, and that was my start into supernatural fanfiction. Because I couldn't write Destiel stuff from the beginning, and I still think it's challenging to write, for me personally, since I can relate with Dean, but it's very hard for me to write Cass. I don't know why.
Well,
I think it's because... Yeah, I think it's because at first, Cass didn't seem to have a lot of emotion, so it was really hard to connect with him. But, yeah, later and later he gets more and more relatable.
Yeah, and he's difficult to write, and I think I saw a post on Tumblr not too long ago where someone wrote, when he opens a new story and the first words are from Cass are "Hello, Samuel," and that's just the point to stop there, because Cass doesn't talk like that anymore. He was a lot more emotionless in season 4 and 5, but he changed a lot. And if there's still characterization that's like he was back in season 4, it just doesn't work for me. and that's hard for me to find the space between season 4 casts and season 8 casts, and since English isn't my first language, is also really hard to get that. Gotta be honest.
Yeah. It's really hard for me too, but I think every writer can agree that Cass is a super hard character to write as. That's why a lot of fan fiction, he's like really out of character, because I don't think a lot of people really know how to characterize him.
I actually find Cass really easy to write for.
Oh.
Like, whenever I love sitting and writing as Cass, because because Cass is such a fun character. Like, seriously, you sit down, and as long as you don't make him, for me, as long as I don't try and make him too emotional or too latch onto things, what a lot of writers don't realize is Cass doesn't show emotion through actual, like, the way humans do. Humans show their emotions, they can show it through their, like, body language, or they can show it through just their overall voice. Cass doesn't do that. You've got to be really, really subtle with emotions for Cass. Like, if I ever want to write Cass as emotional, it'll be mainly an internal thing. It'll be an internal struggle, because Castiel is constantly struggling with all of these emotions. Hold on. Someone's banging on my door.
Okay.
I just quote Winchester in the meantime. She just said that people need to realize that Cass isn't data. And I think that's...
Yes. That's really
that
nice.
nails it down.
Yeah, I think Cass is hard to write, both because he's a really dynamic character with a lot of development and changes, and because, several different people have written for Cass who have done it in different ways. So sometimes it's just really hard to kind of find solid canon ground that would have, like, one standpoint, if this makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because this happens with all characters, but somehow I feel it especially with Cass. I feel like, every writer has their own way of handling him, and sometimes you just can't predict it, like, what he would do or how he would act. It's really hard.
Like, sometimes I'll be really bored, and I'll just be like, I'm going to write something from the point of view of Castiel, because Castiel, he's gotten easy for me to write, but he's also a challenge sometimes, especially now that he's really grown as a character in Season 8. Like, whenever I usually write for him, I write for him around Season 4 and Season 5, when he's still sort of learning, because I love writing Castiel's sort of emotional struggle. Because you can always see it in his face in the seasons. You can see him really just deciding, what am I feeling? What is this? Why am I feeling this way? He's questioning everything. So whenever I write for Cass, I barely have any dialogue, and it's mainly I mainly write Cass, and I write how his head is working. Because
his body language.
Yeah, and even then, he doesn't have that much body language. You might see occasional, like, clenching of fists. But he's very subtle, and that's what I love about him. I love really getting into characters' heads, which is why I love Castiel, because he's so complex. And I hate when I read these fics, and he's sitting there, and he starts sobbing, or he's an emotional mess. I can only tolerate that maybe if if he was a human the entire time and he's sort of attuned to his own emotions. I can't deal Canonverse fics that actually have him as this sort of whiny, oh, woe is me, I'm an angel, I have all these emotions, because he wouldn't do that. And even when he's human, he still wouldn't do that. He'd barely do it if he ever did. I can picture Castiel having one breakdown, and even if it is one breakdown, there's a slim chance it would ever be depressing. It would most likely be an angry breakdown.
Yeah, I think so too.
And he's not dumb, darn it. Castiel is one of the smartest beings on the planet. He doesn't get pop culture references. That's legitimately one of the only things he's really dumb at. Pop culture references to technology. My dad's the same way.
And he doesn't really know how to shop at stores either, apparently.
Well, that doesn't make him dumb. That just makes him like someone who's never been shopping before.
How did you like that scene, Franzi? The shopping scene?
Oh, God.
I broke down laughing at 3 a.m. on my couch.
Oh, God.
I laughed. I
You
really
don't
do.
understand. I need pie.
I need the
I
pie.
need pie.
Hi.
It was just so adorable since you could it was like, oh, he gets beer, and when he went to the porn mag rack, and did you read the comment that they really put some hardcore porno
Yeah, they did.
scene in there, and Misha almost dropped it on the first take?
Yes.
I hope that's in the gag reel. I really hope so.
That's
So, yeah.
funny.
That whole sequence
Okay.
was really sweet and really adorable, in my opinion.
I loved it. How are you dealing with the hiatus?
Oh, in various ways. I started watching Breaking Bad, since I've never gotten around to seeing that, and I'm somewhere in the middle of season 2.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's a really quiet kind of series, so it's not something for every day for me. And I've been catching up on Hannibal. Sorry.
Okay, I was just about to ask. Have you jumped the Hannibal ship yet?
Yes, I have. It's been so much on my dash, and I like the idea, so I'm catching up at the moment, and I haven't seen the finale yet, so don't spoil me.
No
Don't
spoilers.
spoil me yet.
Oh my god, you're
Do you
gonna
have
die in
Hulu?
the finale, you're gonna die.
Gosh,
Oh my
we're
god.
just a bunch of
Do
fanables
you-
over here.
Do you have a Hulu?
No, we don't have Hulu in Germany. It doesn't work. If
No.
you log onto Hulu from a German IP address, it catches it and it says like Hulu isn't available in your country.
Oh, that
Yeah.
sucks.
It doesn't work outside of America. The only thing you can do, though, is you can use a proxy.
Yeah, I've heard of that too, but I try to get my links from other sites. I don't want to say too much.
I mean, yeah, but
I've
there's like,
always gotten around to
okay.
getting a place where to watch it.
Okay,
So that's
I'll
no problem.
help you. I know a really good site. I'll help you.
Oh, I'll come back to that.
Okay.
And yeah, I started watching Teen Wolf.
Yay!
yay, Teen Wolf!
I love
Yeah.
Teen Wolf.
I love Teen Wolf.
Yes!
Oh my god, you and
yes.
me and Caleb have to watch an episode together because Caleb laughs so hard whenever I start judging the characters.
Yeah, I think I could yell at the characters for most of the time too, but to be honest, I watched the most part of season 1, but stopped somewhere in between and kept up with the stuff I saw on Tumblr, and when season 2 aired, there was one episode, I think it was the 10th? The one episode where Styles drops onto Derek on the floor, and everyone
Yeah,
was
he's
like, oh my
paralyzed.
god, that scene! So I had to watch that episode, and now that season 3 is on, I'm regularly watching it, and I need to catch up on season 1 and 2 sometime, but it's pretty great at the moment. I'm a Derek shipper, and a O'Brien shipper.
Dude,
I
love-
watch Teen Wolf with Caleb because I started recently watching season 3 of Teen Wolf, and I like to do it when I'm on call with Caleb because every time I watch an episode, this is me when I'm watching any TV. Like I've started watching True Blood again too. And he enjoys it so much because whenever I watch TV, I get really into it and I judge the hell out of the characters. Like Scott and Allison, I judge them the worst. Like I hate Scott right now. Scott and Allison are the most annoying characters ever. And in True Blood, everyone's just really, really dumb right now. So I constantly yell at them.
Yeah,
In Supernatural, I just cry all the time.
If you watch
Okay.
something like that, and you can just like mute your show or even turn it off because watching your show is like, oh my god, this is happening!
Because they watch the stuff with me on Skype and there's a lag, so I'm always saying what's happening like 10 seconds before it actually happens on their TVs.
Okay, this is very interesting because I have never heard of it before, but what is Pillowverse?
The Pillowverse is a Tumblr project, much like Gemma's and Mapal's.
Oh, okay.
And Shannon, you're in this too, right? I don't know. Anyway, it's a coda fic to 823. It starts
7?
with Castiel waking up after he fell, and making his way back to the bunker. And it starts from there, and Dean and Cass start to share a bed without ulterior motives. And it's written by 4 or 5 people, and it updates every Monday and Thursday, and I'm hooked already. It's on the 5th episode, I think. I've got the tab open here. Yeah, chapter 6 just came out on last Thursday, and I have yet to read it since I wasn't online since then. But it's really great, and it's really fluffy, and I think it's gonna be angsty at some point too. And looking forward to that.
I honestly don't think I like it because I really don't like fluffy canon verse fics.
Well, it's gonna get worse apparently. So.
Well, like for me,
it will get worse, yeah.
Like when me and Gemma and Mapal are doing the Crossroads fic, and I'm pretty sure we all pretty much decided that there's not going to be any fluff at all with Dean and Cass, because canon verse Dean and Cass would not be a fluffy couple.
That's true.
Like really, you sit there and you look at them, and neither of them are fluffy at all. Like neither of them. Dean might get a little fluffy, but I don't know.
I might have over-exaggerated a bit with the fluffy part, since it's just sharing the bed at the moment, but I think we have to wait and see, I guess.
I'm going to try it. Like, I can tolerate fluff when I read it, but because everyone's saying it's really good, so obviously I'm going to have to try it.
But a fair warning, Cass gets confused by a shower one time, but it's a really... And I generally don't like these scenes since Cass has watched Humanity for millennia, and I'm pretty sure he knows how showers work. And
he took a shower this season.
Yeah, he did. It was like a 2-second shower, but yeah, he did.
My mom calls those hooker showers.
Your mom is here.
Her reasoning is that, like, when hookers, like, wake up after a night on the job, they obviously want to get clean, but they don't want to, like, stay and let the other person wake up because that would just be awkward. So they'll go in there and they'll, like, clean the, like, important parts, and then they'll leave. That's what my mom says.
Okay, and, I want to get Franzi's take on that, question Blue Box Parchment sent into the Tumblr.
Which was?
She said, maybe you could talk about different headcanons on the Fallen Angels. Do you think they will have
the Fallen Angels. Yeah, I think I wrote it into the chat back when you were talking about it, but I think it's going to be different for every angel, depending on if he was in a vessel at the time or not. So I think the ones that were in heaven without a vessel and were cast out, they are born anew, like Anna was. And I think the ones that had a vessel, like Cass, they are gonna wake up in their vessel. And so, yeah, I think a lot of babies will be born 9 months from there. I'm sorry, I've got a problem with the TH. It's a German thing.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah.
I was helping with Alice at this time, so I wasn't really able to say anything. But
good, no one wants to hear you talk.
Fine.
I'm just kidding. Talk.
Okay. I think they're going to be like Anna, though it's really hard to tell what happens to a fallen angel to make them as powerful as Lucifer or Abaddon, but they're all going to start out sort of like Anna, where they have like some psychic abilities. And I also said that thing about how they all know Enochian, and I would love to hear Enochian conversations.
Oh, yeah.
Can I say something? Can I say something about the whole how the fallen angel can come on? Tell Mapal to stop chatting because I can't move the live stream thing anywhere and it's getting into the shot. Anyways, what I was saying was, see, everyone's seeing it. What I was saying was, with angels like Abaddon and fallen angels like Abaddon, if Abaddon is a fallen angel, and Lucifer's a fallen angel. He's not just a fallen angel; he's a fallen archangel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Plus, he gets all this power from people believing in him, from things like demons believing in him. and he's able to twist these souls. And with things like Abaddon, she was an angel who went strictly from being an angel to being a demon. So there's leftover energy and power in that. That's how they got strong. But when a fallen angel goes from being a fallen angel to a human, it's a lot different. There's a lot less power that comes with it. I think when Lucifer was cast, he didn't fall in the way that
the angels fell at the end of season 8. Yeah, I agree.
He didn't fall that way. God personally cast him out. He didn't. I don't think he necessarily lost any sort of power. He just was cast out of heaven. He was not able to feel the glory of heaven or feel the glory of his Father.
You know what I think? I just came up with this there she goes again. I just came up with this headcanon that Megatron, the only way...
Did you just say Megatron?
Megatron? What is this, Transformers?
No, I meant Metatron.
Oh, that reminds me. I really want to have a character that is the Starscream to Metatron. You know, if you watch Transformers, Starscream is Megatron's second in command, and he's like really sneaky and always trying to overpower Megatron, and it would be cool to have someone like that with Metatron in Supernatural too. Just okay, go on.
Yeah. And what I was, I think that Metatron is going to try and stop any angel from trying to get back up. And that's how he'll sort of interfere and show his face, is that every time there's like a planning about, okay, I think this is how we can get back up, he's going to like foil all their plans.
Well, you see, I think the thing with Metatron and the Fallen Angels is he has a really huge advantage. He's probably read he knows the tablets by heart. He probably knows parts of the Angel tablet that Sam and Dean and Kevin haven't translated yet. That entire spell was probably not even heard of by Kevin, which means that he can probably do things in heaven and stop these angels and stop human beings in ways that Sam and Dean and Castiel and Kevin are probably never even going to imagine. I can definitely see them trying to find more tablets next season, just so they can even be matched with Metatron right now. Because right now, Metatron is legitimately the strongest character in the show.
I'm really excited as to what they are doing with him in season 9. If we'll even get to see him at first.
Mm-hmm. Oh, everyone in the comments about your Transformers. Everyone wants a Transformers AU where the Impala is a Transformer.
That would be great. You know, there's female Transformers. The Impala could totally be a female Transformer. That would be cool.
Yeah. I think the Impala is a girl.
Yeah.
But she's baby. She's baby.
I think the Impala will be gender neutral.
Well, then I think they're going to cast a female actress to play Impala.
Yeah, if they ever have a human Impala, I think and I hope that they cast a human actor.
They're going to cast a puppy.
They're going to cast me, since I'm Metatron.
Yeah.
I can be female.
Okay, we're going to get into fan works, because you've done a lot. I've been looking through your AO3.
Oh my god, there's some seriously weird shit on there. Especially the Oliver stuff.
So are there any fan works that you have right now that you want to be promoted?
Oh my god.
I'll be posting links to your AO3 after the show, but is there anyone in particular you want anyone to pay attention to?
Yeah, for all the cockle shippers out there, I'm pretty proud of my submission to last year's Dean Caspic Bang, which was Despicable Misha. A Jensen Misha fanfic that happens in a world that is sort of a crossover between the verse of Despicable Me with Misha as Gru and he has his minions around. And
Oh my god, I'm gonna read that. That sounds so awesome.
I had a blast writing that. It was really awesome. And well, Jensen is a fellow super villain, but Misha doesn't know that, and there's a rivalry there, and Jensen wants to take him out. And well, they fall in love instead, and that's basically the. And there's I had a lot of fun with this, and
that sounds adorable. I want to read that.
Mark Shepard is the boss of the evil Bank of Evil.
And it fits so well. Misha as oh my god.
And Jared is Misha's what's the character called? His assistant professor in the lab.
Mad scientist?
Doctor
Doctor
mad
something.
scientist. Doctor something, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna call him Doctor something because none of us can remember.
Dr. Nefario.
Yeah, Dr. Nefario!
Yeah, Dr. Nefario, that was the one. And also, Petite Madame, if you know her, you might know her on the Big Small World link.
An artist.
She did the artwork for that, and I was so excited when I read that she claimed my story, and the artwork is it's adorable. She drew like 42 minions, I think, in all of her stuff.
I'm gonna check this out. I'm gonna be posting links all over the place.
Oh my god, I'm looking at the art right now. It's so amazing.
But you know what I'm gonna read? I was looking through, and I read it off to Shannon last night. I was like, oh, I want to read this after dark. I want to read The Devil Wears Prada.
Oh my god, that was, oh god. I did that for the kink meme.
Supernatural King meme.
Oh yeah, it's basically, it's I think 7,000 words of porn, and nothing else.
It's amazing. I'll be posting links.
Good.
It's gonna be great.
For those of you who wonder, it's J2.
It's J2, yeah.
Yep.
I think J2 is actually kind of hot.
I don't take it seriously.
I like to ship like all three of them together: Misha, Jared, and Jensen.
Yeah, J2M is pretty hot too, but why I like J2 so much is because you can literally put them in any such situation ever, and they always gonna find each other some way or another. I had this huge discussion with my beta reader not too long ago about a certain canon in J2 Fix, which is basically made of their soulmate bond, and that they are always friends. And the funny thing I read on I think it was Supernatural Wiki, since I did some research, and there was someone who said in Supernatural RPS is the moral high ground, since if you're writing or reading J2, it's not incest like Wincest.
Yeah.
And I read one or the other Wincest fic, and I liked it too, but it's nothing against Destiel as my OTP. So.
And a question that a topic I wanted to get to before I wanted to do the fan work, I forgot, was that you went to a convention.
Yeah, I went to Icon 3. This was last year in Germany.
How was that? Because Maple said she had a pretty good experience at Asylum 10 this year.
Yeah, it was cool. Since it was in Germany, it was in Bad Wildungen, which is in the middle of nowhere. And we had to drive there, and Jim Beaver was really cool. He talked about driving on German highways, and it was really awesome for him, since, for those of you who don't know, on our highways, on the Autobahn, you can drive as fast as you want. And I was really amused by that. And you had to drive there, since the next airport is I don't know where. So this year they were in Frankfurt, which is a lot better, since it's right, I think, 10 minutes from the airport. and I wanted to go there, but this year I couldn't afford it since I have a wedding to plan, and maybe I'm going to Asylum next year.
Ooh, dude, and you can meet Mapal and Chubba if they go.
That would be so cool. But
so you got to meet Jim Beaver?
Yeah, I actually went to the mic to ask him a question.
Oh.
And he didn't understand me. I went on there and I asked if he ever saw the German dubbed version of Supernatural, and he understood something about a German duck, and I was like, no, not a duck. And the whole auditorium was laughing, and yeah, it was funny.
Did you have a good experience?
Yeah, it was great. I met Misha on the hallway once and almost dropped dead. And we were literally the last ones in the queue for his photo op. And me and my friend, and we asked him if we could kiss him on the cheek. And he was like, yeah, you do that. And I was so spaced out, we just did the photo, and then we went out into the hallway, and I'm like, did this really just happen? And I had this huge fangirlgasm right there. It's not one of my proudest moments, but yeah, I kissed Misha on the cheek.
Lucky. Did you have scruff? Did you have scruff growing in?
Oh yeah, he had.
How's the scruff?
Oh my god, Caleb, stop being such a creeper. How's the scruff?
I want to know how his scruff felt on Franzi's lips.
You're weird.
It was soft. A lot softer than the scruff of my boyfriend usually is. Gotta say. And well, it was yeah.
Apparently, Lauren says she'd have a seizure. That would be very. Could you imagine how Misha would be if someone suddenly seized after they kissed him on the cheek?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was like, we asked him if we could pretend like to kiss him on the cheek. That was the intention, but I didn't do it on purpose. But I actually kissed his cheek, and I was like, oh my god, I wasn't. I didn't want to do this. I hope he doesn't mind or something. But he was totally cool about it. So I had my breakdown.
Sadly, I don't think that accidentally kissing his cheek is the worst thing fans have done to him. So.
Yeah, that was my thought exactly afterwards too.
I mean, after all, remember what Jared and Jensen said is some of the things that they've had to deal with, people trying to get their attention, like how some girls will like flash them and how some guys will flash them.
Yeah,
I'd be the guy in like the back row just trying to flash them.
Okay.
Oh, dear God.
Show them what they're missing.
As terrible as that sounds, I don't think being kissed on the cheek is nearly,
the worst thing that's ever happened to them. Yeah.
Special disclaimer: I would not really flash them. Don't tell people that I would actually flash them, because I'm lying.
Okay. And did you see the Osric Licorice Challenge?
No, I didn't. I really have to check that out, but I haven't heard of it. But like I said, I was away a lot during the past week, and I have yet to catch up.
Okay, well, I'll reblog it. I'll try to find it and reblog it with the Profound Radio blog. So.
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out.
Yeah. And do you have any favorite fan works from other people's fan fictions, other people's arts and stuff?
Yeah, I gotta say I was pretty surprised that when you did the fandom favorites episode, that you didn't mention anything from Petite Madame, because I had the honor to work with her 3 times during the past year, and her stuff is amazing, and she's a really, really nice person, and you should... if you don't follow her, check out her stuff. She's really, really awesome. I think everyone knows her, but
yeah, I totally thought I mentioned her. I was gonna, but I might have failed because
we will put we will definitely link to her on the blog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's amazing. Her stuff is completely amazing.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at her Despicable Misha art, and it's freaking fantastic.
Yeah, right. It's really cool, and she illustrated that story for me. And during the Reverse Bang, which was in October-November last year, I picked up one of her stories, which ended up in As I Lie Dying, which is a pretty dark J2 fic if you're into that. And she handed in a second prompt, and her writer dropped out. So I picked up that too and wrote her a second story too.
I'll definitely check her out and post links.
Okay, great. Yeah, so
Mapal's trying to steal our show away, by the way, in the chat. No one's talking about our show anymore. They're all talking about So Near While Apart, and I want to punch her in the face.
It's fine. What is your favorite genre?
AUs.
AUs?
Definitely.
Yeah, me too.
I love
Yeah.
AUs.
Do you like to write
same.
AUs?
Yeah, I've written a bunch of AUs, and I'm actually, for this year's Dean Caspic Bang, for the first time I'm writing Jensen Misha in Universe. It's a new one for me. Yeah. I think my question was on the chat, I think 4 weeks ago or so, because I want to make Jensen and Misha fall in love along Dean and Cass in season 9. That's my purpose for this year's Dean Cass Big Bang.
That's interesting. I want to read that.
With me, it's really weird. Like, I really love reading AU, and I hate reading canon verse fics, but I love writing canon verse fics, and I hate writing AU. I cannot write an AU story to save my life, because I can only write Castiel as an angel, or a fallen angel. I cannot write him as anything else. Like, if I tried to write a Star Trek AU, and I was like, okay, Cass is going to be a Vulcan. And then I remembered, oh shit, I don't know anything about Vulcan culture. And then I was like, and then I read on Vulcan culture, and I was like, I can't write Cass like this, so I just stopped.
Okay, and what is your favorite character to write?
Right, I got an answer for the RPS, since I basically just write RPS at the moment, and I love writing from Jensen's point of view.
Oh, okay.
I
hear a lot of
it's
people
hard
like-
to explain.
I interrupted
Yeah, go.
you. What were you saying?
Just wanted to say I like writing from Jensen's point of view, but it's hard to explain since he's always a different person in every AU, so you can't really pin it down why that is. I think I just like to objectify Jared, but
We all do.
yeah, we all do.
And here is the impossible question. If you had one chance to undo a death, who would you choose?
I had to think about this all the time.
And
when you
hold
were
on.
talking to Alice. Yeah?
And hold on. This question, since this is the last, it's also for the PR hosts too. So Silven, Shannon, get your answers ready too.
What?
You have one chance to undo a death. Who would you choose?
Oh.
Okay, should I start?
Yeah, you start.
Yeah, go ahead. If you
Took
got
me
a
some
question.
time to come up with it, but I gotta say Benny.
Benny?
Benny?
Yeah. I know there's a lot of deaths, notably I think Joe or Ellen or Bobby or Sam's death in All Hell Breaks Loose, but they all had a purpose. They all had significance in Dean's life, and he wouldn't be who he is if these deaths hadn't happened. So it's not about which character I like, whom I want to be back, but it's like I want Benny back because he was a great friend for Dean. He was someone who Dean needed in his life, so that's why I want him to be back.
I have to agree, but I'm not going to say Benny. I'm going to be a troll and not answer it the way you'd want me to. But
Okay.
I'm going to undo the death of that poor lady that Naomi tortured in that restaurant.
Aww.
Yeah. I can
Okay.
see that.
Yeah.
I would, if I had to pick a death, I would probably... I probably want to just completely get rid of the Death's Door episode and let Bobby have never died.
So you'd revive Bobby?
Yes, I would totally revive Bobby, because the way Bobby died was not cool.
Okay.
He did not have an epic death. He got shot in the head by a freaking Leviathan.
Okay. He's very passionate about this.
I am very emotional right now. Be quiet, Tiffany.
Silven?
Okay. Why is... Oh, I was just going to say, why isn't anyone saying Samandriel and Flightless, but it's saying Samandriel?
I'm glad Samandriel died, honestly.
What? Why? Why would you say that?
If Samandriel never died, then we would have never realized how evil Naomi was. And
it would have taken... it would have taken a lot of the meaning behind the crypt scene. Since I think we had to see the impact Naomi has on Cass and what she can really make him do if he wants to. So we had to see that there's a real threat there for Dean. And if Samandriel hadn't died, it would have taken a lot of meaning out of the crypt scene.
But still, okay, let's divide it. I would unkill Samandriel if it didn't affect the storyline like that. Because yeah, you are right. Someone I would realistically unkill is probably Ash.
Oh yeah.
They could bring him back without ruining any of the impact his death made on the storyline, because basically they didn't see him die, they just saw the ruins of the roadhouse.
Yeah, his
it
clock.
It would still have that impact, yeah.
And imagine Charlie meeting Ash.
Oh my god, yes. I just really miss Ash, she was amazing.
Okay, well, we have reached our hour.
Yep.
So, thank you, Franzi, for being on the show today.
It was my honor.
It was really cool having you on. It was cool having you and Alice on. Yeah. I feel like I was a real dick to Alice earlier, so I'm going to try and redeem myself with Franzi.
No, it was really cool to hang here with you guys, and I'll be on the chat, like always, next week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. At first I didn't recognize you, but then I saw your Tumblr icon, and I was like, yep, I totally know who that is. Because I see you in the chat all the time.
I would really love to have you back on the show at some point, because you're really fun to talk to.
9. Yeah, season 9.
Cool, thank you. I'd love to come back, really. Mm-hmm. If you can get over my German accent and you still understand me, then yeah.
We've had Greeks, English people, Northern English people. I'm waiting for us to have someone from Mars.
You are easy to understand.
That's great.
Yeah, you're very easy to understand, seriously.
Your English is very well.
Yeah,
I had huge doubts if I could make it through an hour of talking English, since I usually I listen to English a lot, I read a lot of English, and I write a lot of English, but I don't get to talk it very often. Mm-hmm. So it's practice makes perfect.
I liked it. I like your accent. I can't understand a word Silven says, but I like your accent.
No, but I heard from people that German accent is really hard to understand, since we are used to a very hard language, since German is very harsh sounding.
Yeah, it's a very different dialect.
I always feel like I'm getting yelled at whenever I hear someone speak German towards me.
But for the record, I'm from Bavaria, and in Bavaria we have an accent that is actually a lot softer and rounder, to say that.
Guys.
So, yeah.
Before we left...
Should I say something in Bavarian?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Es war total super, dass ich halt bei euch dabei sein dürfen. Dankeschön.
See, that sounds nice.
I like that.
I feel like I could
bit
bake you a cake after hearing that, but whenever like an anger, like a German person starts talking to me and they have that really harsh sort of tone and accent, I'm just like, I'm sorry, what did I do? And they're like asking me the time.
Yeah, I basically just said it was great being here with you, and thank you.
Oh,
You're welcome. Thanks for being on. And
ooh, hold on, we have to show the video with
some
Maple.
guys actually understood that. That's great.
okay. Thank you for being here.
We have to show the Maple video.
Yeah, we're going to show the Maple video like right now. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm moving it over to YouTube. If you guys can't hear it, tell me and I'll let my headphones out if that'll work. If it doesn't, then I'll send you the link to YouTube. Okay.
Well, how did Maple get her videos to work on the live stream the other time?
Hey guys, so
Oh crap, it's really low. I'm not even sure if we'll be able to hear it. Everyone be absolutely quiet.
Okay.
I just wanted to apologise that I'm not there this week. Things got to breaking point at the house I was in, and I had to leave the house. But I'm okay now. I'm here at my nan's house, and I'm fine, totally fine. For those of you who saw Andy Fanfiction's post going around, that was referring to me. But I've got out with the dog, and I'm totally fine now. So,
They said they can't hear.
I've got
Oh, well, I can't turn it up anymore because my laptop speakers are terrible. So,
Oh, wait, no, they can hear it. They can totally hear it.
well, crap, damn it. Well, I paused it, and now I'm back to it, so shut up, Caleb. Just kidding, I love you.
I'm really crapping.
Here, Shannon, now that's like turned up all the way, why don't you just restart?
Just restart it and we'll be really quiet and everyone turn up your...
Hold on, let me see if I can work with the live stream and maybe make the mixer thing go up. Nah. Okay, speaker audio. I turned the speaker audio all the way up, so if you guys talk, it is going to be very loud.
Hey guys, so I just wanted to apologise that I'm not there this week. Things got to breaking point at the house I was in, and I had to leave the house. I'm okay now. I'm here at my nan's house, and I'm fine, totally fine. For those of you who saw Andy Fanfiction's post going around, that was referring to me. But I've got out with the dog, and totally fine now. So yeah, I've got somewhere to stay for a few weeks, and hopefully I'll be back with you next week. It's just I'm really crapping, so I can't join you, but it'll be fine. So I hope you'll have a really good radio session today, and hopefully I'll be hanging around somewhere with my internet. So hope you have a great one. I trust you will be handled on radio crew, and I hope you have a great time, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
Okay, I'm turning you guys back down so you can actually speak again. Going to move it back over to the thing. Hopefully, if it'll work.
Oh, you don't have to. We're just gonna like log out now.
Oh Jesus. Okay. So now we are going to go.
Yep.
Yep.
So, thank all our guests for being here today. Check the Tumblr after the show sometime within the next few hours. I will have links to everything we talked about today and all the guests and all their work.
Okay.
Yay.
So bye guys. It was great having Franzi on. It was great having Alice on, and we're glad that
Yeah, it
you
was
were
great
watching.
being here. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Love